Hey, how you doing, figure freaks? Welcome back to the channel. So happy you're here. Today we are doing another action figure review. We are doing the Transformers Retro-carded Autobot SEASPRAY. Now we haven't seen SEASPRAY for quite some time. I think it's been about 5 or 6 years, back when it was like the Headmasters and Power of the Primes and all that stuff. So this is a welcome offering. I do love these retro carded ones. Now I think the only ones we've seen so far is that Bumblebee, the Gears, and then the Brawn that comes out simultaneously with this figure. So hopefully there's more to come. Hopefully we get a Power Glide version. Either way, I'm cool with it. I do love these card backs though. The art back here is reminiscent, well, it's dead on to the back of the boxes back in the 80s from the Transformers More Than Meets the Eye wave. Love this artwork here, but you know, seeing it now, you can tell there was some mistakes made. Lots of Dinobots. I knew the Insecticons cloned themselves and there was many of them, but you know, you got like 4 or 5 Grimlocks on here, and you got multiple Slags. Ooh, there's Topspin. I don't see I don't seem to see Swoop, but yeah, a lot of Insecticons. Not sure what this is down here. It looks like a helicopter, but not sure who that was supposed to be. Maybe they didn't make him and kind of waited till later. Maybe it was like Springer and they just decided to hold off on that shit. But yeah, oh gosh, I can't remember. It was it Topspin? Where'd he go? Oh yeah, this guy, and then his other buddy down here. Oh gosh, I can't remember. I would love if they came out with a 2-pack with those 2 guys. So I remember those guys. You could wind them up and they'd flip open. Easy transformation. And then, is this Trax? I think that's Trax, but you know, he's blue, not red. So just little discrepancies here, you know. Down below, we got this little info card. Function Naval Defense. You got a nice little picture of him. Looks like the same one as they had back in the 80s on the back of the card. You would usually cut these off just like, or cut these out just like the G.I. Joe info cards. Let's do a little reading here, shall we? Together, kids. Be unyielding as the ocean waves and your enemies shall fall. Quote unquote. Displays a zest for his job unmatched by fellow Autobots, loves the ocean and its creatures, loves the thrill of naval battle. And here you got his kind of power set. Strength, he's doing all right. I guess intelligence is kind of where it lies. It's way up here. I think that's what that stands for with the cogs inside the head. And then speed, a little lower, and firepower, he's doing all right. So, yeah. SEASPRAY. Oh, and then we got this here. It is a world of constant change where things are not what they seem. It is the world of the Transformers, a world of heroic Autobots and evil Decepticons. That was my best cartoon narrator voice I could do. But let's flip it around to the front here, just to look at our figure. Looking really good. Pretty excited to rip this thing open. It is a long time coming because we had so many of the other mini bots. We got the season 1 mini bots pretty much finished up, and we're just waiting on, I guess, Power Glide. We need a new Power Glide. So let's rip open the SEASPRAY and see what's going on. All right, out of the box, and I gotta say, this is a sweet figure. I just kind of kept this around. I don't know, I'll probably toss it eventually, but I like those things, just a little name tag, you know. I love the yellow and the blue. He looks very much like the source material from the 80s cartoon. A big improvement from the last version, which, gosh, what was it? I think it was the Titans Return, if I do remember correctly. So huge upgrade here. Let's look at this gun. This looks like a Han Solo type gun, but we got the white grip there. Looks like a little clip coming out. Very nice, nice indeed. So he was voiced in the cartoon by Alan Oppenheimer, who did other voices such as Skeletor and Masters of the Universe, and lots of voices, just tons of them. You know, you might remember him from a movie called Moving with Richard Pryor in maybe the late '80s, early '90s, where he's the owner of the house that Richard Pryor and his wife are gonna buy. And every time they like kind of comment or say something that's nice about the house, the old man goes, "Well, we're taking them with us." And it becomes a joke. And they're like, "Just kidding." And then they show up at the house. Richard Pryor shows up at the house and it's gutted. So he wasn't joking, but it's kind of funny. Funny little scenario there. But anyways, he kind of talked like, "Oh no, it's the Decepticons." I think that was kind of it reminded me of a lot like Merman from Masters of the Universe, and maybe it was the same voice. "Oh no, it's He-Man." You know, it kind of sounded like he had like jizz in his mouth or something. Just kidding. Yeah. A little bit more about him. He wasn't terribly effective in combat on land, but at sea he had few equals. I think one of his first battles he fights ramjets and blows them out of the sky. So I'm going to show you some pictures coming up of SEASPRAY cartoon version and the some of the earlier figures. Just a quick peek at the cartoon version of SEASPRAY. We're going to get the front and the back. So you can refer to this if you want to look at the figure. But they got it pretty dead on. Here's the original figure from back in the 80s in all its simplicity. It's got the carded back. And then here we have the Titans Return version, which wasn't a bad figure. I think it was about 6 or 7 years ago when it was released. But I gotta say, this new retro-carded version is the tits. Alright, just to do a couple little poses here. Now, I want to tell you about how the availability of this figure, and he is sold out on Pulse, and the only other place that you could get it was at Walmart, because he is a Walmart exclusive. But I think they had him up at Walmart. He sold out. Then I think they brought him back, and then he was on there for maybe a day or two, I think, and it was kind of short-lived, but it didn't go as fast as the first time, but I think he sold out again. So good luck finding him. I think I got another one coming. Hopefully. Keep your fingers crossed. It is Walmart, so you never know. All right, let's get into the articulation. There are some nice features with the articulation, but let's go through head to toe. The head does move all the way around, but you kind of gotta work your fingers in there because you got this big old thing in the way. The rotors, of course, spin. He doesn't look down too much or up. Shoulders go up about like that. So pretty nice extension. They do go all the way around. Be careful when you do that because these are in the way, so you don't want to and just snap it. So watch yourself. Then of course you got the elbows, and there is a twist in there, so you can just kind of twist it around. And then actually, I think this is pretty neat. Right at the wrist, doesn't twist, but it's got that nice pivot there. So I don't know where that's gonna get you as far as posing, but I don't know, it's not too bad. You got a twist at the waist. The hips go out like that. He does a nice split. You do have the thigh cut, the knee. He does kick back about like that. He can easily kick himself in the back. And then of course he kicks forward. Out. And then you got a little bit of a pivot down there, just to keep them all stable. Loving this figure. Let's get into some transformation. All right, let's work on the transformation. First, you're gonna start out with the arms. You're gonna go to the elbows and you're gonna twist them both around. So you're gonna see that yellow part inside the elbow. You're gonna just twist that so that the yellow is pointing towards the back. Do the same thing with the head. You're just gonna twist that puppy around until he's looking backwards. And then what you'll do is you'll take this panel here, you're gonna lift it up, just like so. Next, you're gonna go to the front again, and then you're gonna pull these guys out. Just like so. I think that's it. Yeah. And then you're gonna go to the feet, and you're gonna take this little thing down here, and you're gonna just flip it out. Do the same thing for this side, and then you're gonna have these things back here that you're gonna flip forward. They kind of lock into place. And then you're gonna do the same thing with these guys. Oh, come on. Those things gotta come out, right? I think you have to have like dainty hands to do this. So yeah, you're gonna bring these out and flip them like that. So it should look like that. So we'll get this other one here. So yeah, it just flips out. It attaches right there, and then you're gonna go back into the foot. Come on, buddy. There you go. And flip them up just like that. We're halfway there. All right, so we're gonna stay down at the feet here, and you're gonna take these panels here, and you're gonna flip them outward like this. And then with this side, you're gonna have two of them. So you'll flip them out just like so. And then I think you're just gonna take the foot and you're just gonna kind of fold it in like that. And then these are gonna attach in. So you fold those panels back in. Same thing here. Boom, flip up the panel, latch it in, and then we're gonna press the legs together to form the front. Oops, kind of. Get the front of the hydro or the hovercraft all set up there. Oops, these guys keep wanting to drop out. They do lock in, but they easily come out. So there, that's what the front should look like right there. All right, so I keep getting little pieces kind of just popping off of here. It's a little frustrating, but we're just gonna keep going live. So you're gonna take this top part here, head, rotors, arms, and all, and pop it off that torso, which is gonna make it so that you can turn this area, this part right here, down into here. You're gonna fold these legs down in there, and you're gonna get it so that these tabs, these little yellow tabs, go into these two ports here, which is gonna be side by side with this box. So you're gonna kind of pop them in like so, just like that, as you can see. All right, and then you're gonna take this part, the rotors, and you're gonna pop these little tabs here into these ports here. So you kind of turn that in there. Oh, what's going on here? Come on, buddy. Lots of editing to be done, I guess. Jesus Christ. Alright. So after you fold in these legs down here, kind of keep this loose, but you're going to bring these tabs and put them into these little slots. So you're just going to kind of bring it down, fold it up, just like so. Looks kind of wonky at the moment, but God, I hope it comes together. So that's what we're looking at right now. You can take this little panel and flip it up, and then of course you got these little holes here, and they're gonna go into these tabs. Might be better to do that later. And then you're gonna kind of take these arms, oh, you don't want to do that yet, so leave that panel alone. And then you're going to do this. Ports in like so. Same thing on this end, kind of rotate that arm around there like that with using this little arm, the extension there. And then you're just going to pop this in like so. Get that tab in the hole. That's what she said. And there we go. Now we put this up. Get everything aligned, kind of give it a little squeeze there. You don't want too many gaps. So I just kind of give it a nice little push. And then you're gonna take the cockpit here and you're just gonna turn it around like so. And there you have it. There is your hovercraft. You can take this gun, and I'm not sure if it's gonna fit in here. I don't think so. It does fit, but it's not gonna stay in there because you got like this thing that's kind of obstructing it. So you're gonna take this little hole here and you're gonna put it onto this tab up next to the rotor right there, like so. And that's his weapon. And there you got SeaSpray. Kind of gotta just tighten everything up. Transformation was more difficult than I thought it would have been. It wasn't like escalating my heart rate or anything like that, but it was just like, God, with these panels popping off, and I don't know. The leg folding always kind of gets me. So, but there we have it, our hovercraft, SEASPRAY. Looking pretty nice. Let's do a reverse transformation. So we're gonna pop these arms out. This is usually pretty easy. Turn this around. Get those legs out. Oh, see? There it goes again. Once again. So we're just gonna straighten this guy out. These things will fold back. The toes. This little thing will fold in. Same with these. Boom. Boom. Fold that in. Fold that in there. I think this is, yeah. Snap that in, is that right? I'm trying, gang, I'm trying. There goes the other one. Oh, God. Bring that up, bring that up. Interesting. I'm gonna bring those arms back down like so. That. Bring that over like that. Now we're gonna have to add these back, but we'll do that when we get done with this transformation here. All right, we got these side panels back on, so I'm just gonna very gently bring them up like this. Bring this one up so that they're next to the cockpit, looking like that. Then we're basically gonna get this guy planted in here. Bring this flap down. Come on. Oh, rotor's in the way. Let's go here. So, you're gonna rotate that head around to the front. And I think we just gotta turn this. There we got it. So yeah, just with these panels popping off, and they kept doing it. It was super frustrating. Whenever I'm like I love Transformers, but whenever I think about, I gotta do a review, I kind of go, oh, sigh, you know, because like I'm not the best at transforming, and I'm gonna do it live. We're gonna fucking do it live, you know, no matter what. And so that's how I roll, and we do that. We're gonna pop this in, and these holes are gonna peg in there on the back, and I think we got them fully back into robot form. Pretty wicked. I do like it, but yeah, the transformation, I'm not great at it, and that's why I always display my figures in robot form and never in vehicle form. Like maybe if I have like the alt Cybertron Bumblebee, maybe I'll keep that, you know, because it looks different and his alt mode is just, it's far-fetched from what we're used to. So I have yet to rip that open. So yeah, whenever I look at a Transformer and I'm like, and I really think hard on whether I want to buy it or not, and because I'm like, I'm gonna have to do a fucking review and do the transformation, and boo-hoo. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not Prime versus Prime. So I guess I just struggle. That's just me. But I guess that's what you get for just doing it live. Or is it Memorex? But nice figure. I'll probably never transform this guy again, to be honest. But it's a great looking figure. I love the robot mode. The alt mode, the hovercraft is very nice looking, but I just prefer my robots in the robot form. So I'm gonna give this guy a 7. He is a good figure. I was hoping he would have been like an 8, but I'm not disappointed at all. I'm very happy with this figure. I just wasn't dazzled by it, and just the transformation was the worst part. The paint is great. It's just blue and yellow and white plastics everywhere. I like this. He looks like the character that I saw in the cartoon, so that makes me happy. Very nice figure. Let's bring in some guys for comparisons, starting with... I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like with SEASPRAY in his alt mode. Here he is in the water as a hovercraft. SEASPRAY's fellow mini bots. So Wave 2 from Season 2. SEASPRAY is the biggest, and you would think that maybe Warpath would be bigger, but he's not. Beachcomber is surprisingly big. And then, of course, we got Cosmos. And we're just waiting for a Power Glide. I think that's it for the mini bots for the second season. Is that correct? I thought it was 6 for the first and 5 for the second season. But can't wait to get that Power Glide to add to the collection here. All right, let's bring in some other guys. All right, here we got a couple of the mini bots from Season 1, and that's Gears and Huffer. I love this Huffer, honestly. It's a great figure. Once a dino klutz, always a dino klutz is what I always say, boy. He's got a big old gun, too. Nice shield. Kind of a tough guy, one of the stronger guys. And then we got Gears, another little tough guy. All the Season 1 mini bots are pretty fucking tough. Bumblebee, Cliff Jumper, Wind Charger. That's another guy we're waiting for. So all we need now is Power Glide and Wind Charger. We got all those mini bots complete. Unless you're going for that Season 3 where, like Pipes, and I can't remember them all. The Brawn remake. So just looking at the size though, I think SEASPRAY could almost pass for like somebody the size of like Skids or like Mirage Hound. He's kind of a big boy. And here we got SEASPRAY with slightly larger Autobots. We got Skids, which I'm actually a big fan of. I like this figure a lot. I was pleasantly surprised by Skids. Here is Hoist, which is pretty much kind of a repaint of Trailbreaker. And then we got, who the fuck is this again? Trax. That's right, Trax. And this figure, I gotta say, I hope we get a new one, because this figure is kind of a piece of shit. I remember Trax, like from the cartoon, he was all snotty. Hey, watch the paint job. So, there are some more Season 2 Autobots. And here we got SEASPRAY with a few Decepticon enemies. We got Shrapnel over there on the left. We got Dirge standing behind him. Now, he did fight Ramjet, which was the first battle we saw between SEASPRAY and any Decepticons. And like I said before, SEASPRAY pretty much came up victorious. But I used Ramjet like when I brought him out for one of the more recent reviews. So we're going to do Dirge. And then, of course, Dragstrip, who I really like. I love this figure. Dragstrip looking good. So yeah, I'll give this guy a 7. I'm just going a 7. We're rolling with a 7, a straight 7. What could have made him better? Well, yeah, if those fucking panels didn't fall off, and maybe a nice little Autobot symbol down here. I know we have the one down here when he is in his alt mode, but having one here would be nice. You know, this guy I got, and he was supposed to have a Decepticon symbol, and he didn't come with it. It's not on it. And like, I bought another one and kept it in box, and he has the symbol. I think it was either up on the spoilers or like on the hood, but yeah, no Decepticon symbol on him whatsoever. So 7 out of 10. Nice articulation. Transformation is a little sketch, but he looks great. So I'm very happy with it. He will stay in robot form from now on, because I don't want to fuck with that no more. Yeah, I just, gosh, I like taking big breaks between Transformer reviews. I only go for the G1s, which is what I grew up with. So, you know, we get a lot of other stuff, whether it's like Energon or like Transformers 1 or whatever. But I'm usually going for those G1 Studio Series 86 or some of the legacies, and of course these retros. All right, and finally we got a little something for everybody. So we busted out from all the other lines, and we got some some of SEASPRAY's aquatic friends. So we got the Cobra Frogman, the eel, part of the G.I. Joe Classified series. We got Aquaman from the Super Friends right here from the DC Multiverse. We got Prince Namor, the Submariner from Marvel Legends. This is I think the Walgreens exclusive. Would love an update of this. And this is a new Merman from Masterverse, Masters of the Universe, He-Man. Most recent one, we got 3 Mermans from this line, and this one is by far the best. What were they waiting for? I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to make some money. But, all right, that's it for real this time, guys. Peace out. Hope you enjoyed it. Later.